on, Marty? Not yet. You're muted, Marty.
Yeah, I got them on. Everything's going. We'll get started. Hello, everybody, and welcome to this webinar. As Mike said, there's a lot of experience here for sure. Back in 2004, I got online and decided that I'm going to make money online. And it didn't take very long to realize that, oh, no, you're not. Wishful thinking. So like I said, when I got on, I did everything I was supposed to do. I don't remember the first business I was in. It doesn't matter. But a lot of you, whether you've been on a month, 2 months, 7 years, 10 years, you're going to relate to what I'm about to tell you. I got on and I did everything I was supposed to do. And you get into business, whether lotion, potion, whatever it might be, selling a book, selling a videotape, whatever it is you're selling. And you have to buy a starter kit. And they could be anywhere from 250, 500, 1,000. I've been in businesses that to get started with 2,500. And you do that, and then you say, okay, I got it. They give you a replicated website, and they say, okay, kick it. You know, and you're going to kick what? You know, well, make a list. Make a list of what? Make a list of your family, your friends, and then share this with them and be enthusiastic. And don't worry about no's. Just keep going. So you go to your family. You might get Uncle Bob to get in with you, you know, because he doesn't know. And so you get a couple people maybe in, and before you notice the next month, so you have an auto ship and it's $150. So this business or this idea that you had about making money online is slowly costing you money, right? You're slowly falling behind. So then you got to convince the wife or the husband that, no, wait, you won't believe what's going to happen. And I was right. She couldn't believe what happened. So I did this for years. And every year, yeah, you learn new things, you find out. But the most important thing I found out originally was you have to learn how to get people to your site. I don't care what it is. Doesn't matter what it is. You have to have eyes and people, and we're going to call that traffic. When you hear me say traffic, I'm talking about people visiting your site. So I said, okay, how do we do that? And they said, well, all you have to do, if you hear that sentence, be careful. All you have to do is buy solo ads. Oh, I could do that. So they say, how much? $200. What am I getting? You'll get 50 visitors. Okay. So I do it. Out of the 50, how many are going to sign up? Sometimes, most of the time, 0. So you spent 200. Now you own auto ship. And now you're out a few $100, and now you're going, okay, something's not right. Then somebody else will tell you, well, you know, just go to your high school, make a list of who you went to school with, and then go this and go. Okay, so I was determined not to give up because I figured if that clown's making money, I can do it too, right? Anyway, about 7, 8 years into it, 9 years into it, I ran into Mike Ellis and then Mr. Dan Street here, and we said, what are we doing wrong? So I found out a way. Look, I got to where the point I could drive, we could drive our own traffic. We finally got in Facebook, which is not easy. Don't ask me how. But we got in Facebook and we started driving traffic. And then it got more. And then we learned a little more. And it got bigger and it got bigger. And now here we are. We can make teams of hundreds and then eventually thousands of people on our team, whatever we did. We could be selling snowballs in Alaska. If you do it right, people will come. So we get them. Now what happens? That ugly rock that you flipped over now is totally different. Now you're in a phase where you can build traffic, but I'm meeting people like me, Mike, and Dan. The first day they got online, guess what? They don't know anything. Well, it's simple. I'll just show them what I'm doing. No, it's not simple. And you can't just show them what you're doing. They don't even know what you're talking about. Plus, you would have to make a system for them to have a system so they can do what you do. So then you try to make a system, 1% of them use it, the other 2% ruin it. They get kicked out of Facebook. You get kicked out because they trace it back to you. Yeah, that's the horror story that I don't need to get in big detail, but that's what happens. So I'm thinking, wait a minute. So there's got to be a better way than trying to make money online. And then I realized, wait a minute. As time goes on, it's the same 2 or 3% people, different name, different company, but it's the same people, almost handful, that move from company to company to company to company and have all these sheep following them around. I don't want to be a sheep. And I was thinking, well, what do we do? So about 3 years ago, thank God, I was looking online. I said, there's got to be, did anybody create a company that makes it fair, where it's designed from the beginning that everybody can win? And obviously in my heart, I'm thinking, no rational person would go that far out of their way to help strangers. Nobody would do that. I was wrong. There is one guy that would do that. I couldn't believe it. So I met Red Redford. He's not here today. I said, what are you guys doing? We're doing something called ONPASSIVE. And there were certain things I had to hear. Can anyone do it? Yes. Is it automated? Yes. Are the products in high demand now and better than what's out there? Yes. Are they digital or do I have to fill up a closet? They're digital. You don't touch anything. Whoa. Okay. Is there an auto ship? No. Oh, fantastic. So wait a minute. This is automated, autopilot, hands-free, and everyone can win. Everybody has a chance. Yes, they do everything for you. I'm in. Now I'm shaking because I'm thinking, what is this going to cost, right? And I still didn't believe it 100%. I just couldn't. I've been beat up for 15 years before that. And he told me the cost, and I went, well, I can't believe it. So I signed up, went back to Mike and Dan. I've told the story a million times. So that's why they got that book. And I went back to them and told them, hey, you got to get in this, whatever. They said, okay, for that price, we're going to get in just so you shut up, right? So we got in, and then we really researched it, because anything we got into, we hit it hard, because one of the ways to do it, right? You go after as hard as you can. And thank God we did. We've been in every sense. It was too good to be true. I mean it. You know, you hear that, but guess what? It was even better than we thought. And every time, the longer we've been in, the bigger and better it is. It's the best place I've ever seen. 62 years old. I've done everything. This is a company. This would be the last business you ever need. It checks all the boxes. Anyone, black, white, tall, fat, ugly, bald, too much hair, chia pet, I don't care what you are, you can make money in this business. You can actually have, for the first time in your life, get a fair playing field. You get the same pitch, you get the same ball, you get to run the base. Everybody gets the same opportunity. And there's no auto ship, no hidden cost down the road. It's amazing. So right now, so that you can hear it really, really clean and quick, I'm going to introduce Mike Ellis, my business partner. He's very good at this. And like he said in the beginning, we're not going to be doing Q&A. What we're going to do is, when it's over, if you want a copy of this webinar, I will send it to you. I'll put it in the chat. I'll give you my email. You send an email, say, send me a copy of the webinar. You can watch it in your free time, because the main thing we want to relay to you is there's no pressure. Absolutely zip, zero, nothing. You don't want to do it, have a nice life. We don't need to do that. So let me turn it over to Mike Ellis, and Mike will explain everything to you. And pay attention, shut stuff off, and really give yourself 25, 30 minutes to see what this is all about. Thank you very much. Mike Ellis, it's all yours, buddy.
Yeah, thanks, Marty. I appreciate the introduction, and you've gone over a lot of stuff, Marty. You know, today, we've had a lot of people come in since the top of the hour, and I'll state again, this presentation is for new people, okay? It's those individuals that are just starting to explore ONPASSIVE. And you come to this webinar with the same question we all have. And I'm going to answer one question today. And that question is, can you make money? Can you make money online? Can you build an income? Can you build residual income? Can you build wealth online? And really, that's the same question: income, residual income, and wealth. And I think by the time I'm done, you're going to have a pretty good idea if this is right for you or if it's not. And that's up to you. But you're going to hear some really unique things that you've never heard before about ONPASSIVE, about this company, because they're doing things that are truly revolutionary. And I'm going to talk specifically what ONPASSIVE is going to be doing for you, but I also want to talk about the company of ONPASSIVE. That's really, really important to know who you're dealing with and if this company is going to have longevity. And obviously, if it's not going to have longevity, it's really, really hard to build an income or to build wealth online. I mean, if they're going to be around for 6 months, it's just not going to make it. But as we look at ONPASSIVE and the journey of ONPASSIVE, they've been in the initial stages for 3 years, developing ONPASSIVE, developing all the products of ONPASSIVE. And it's been developed by a gentleman by the name of Ash Mufareh. Ash Mufareh, he is the visionary. He is the brain trust behind ONPASSIVE. And to date, he and his team, he has a team in Hyderabad. They're 200 technicians strong. He's got about 800 employees there, but 250 technicians that develop all of these products. To date, he's got over 50 products and growing. It really is prolific what they're doing with the IT industry, the IT world, and what they're building. And all of these products that Ash and his team have built, they're proprietary. They're all theirs. They're built from the ground up, cutting edge technology, superior technology at a lower price point. Now, I can tell you, anytime you do that, people will flock into what you're doing. Number one, people love new technology, the best of the best. And if you can give it to them at a lower price point, and Marty told us this earlier, all of these products in one form or another are being used today. And they're being used not by millions, but by billions. And what Ash has done is come in, made a better mousetrap at a lower price point. And because of that, people will rush into ONPASSIVE and use the products of ONPASSIVE. So it's very, very unique what ONPASSIVE is doing. Now, as we think about ONPASSIVE, you think, well, it's a startup company, right? Right? It's not. And again, this goes to the longevity. It is not a startup company. ONPASSIVE today, as we go into the global launch, and we are in that process right now, as we go into the global launch, ONPASSIVE will launch to the world as a multi-unicorn company. And that is a company that has a value of multiple billions of dollars. Again, this has never been done in the history of the world, in the history of business, that a company would launch as a billion-dollar company. And ONPASSIVE is launching as a multi-billion-dollar company. As we go into the global launch, we will launch as a company with a value of about $3.5 billion, $3.5 to $4 billion. It is massive, guys. Although ONPASSIVE is a massive corporation, and what Ash has put together is truly remarkable, Ash Mufareh has made it very, very simple for you and I, those individuals that want to come in and participate with ONPASSIVE. And as he thought about us, those individuals that want to participate with ONPASSIVE, he had a couple of things in mind. Number one, he wanted to take the 97% that come online and fail for whatever reason. And that's just the numbers. If you've been online for a while, you know it's not as easy as Marty said, the gurus make it. It's just not that easy. And what Ash wanted to do is take that 97%, turn it around, and have 97% succeed. Okay, that's remarkable in its own. But it's even more than that. Ash Mufareh has a really, really good heart to serve. He really has a heart to see people succeed and reach those goals they want to reach, especially financially. And as Ash came in and talked to us throughout these last 3 years, he's always told us that as the wealth starts coming into ONPASSIVE, he wants to share the majority of the wealth with those individuals that are participating with ONPASSIVE. And we'll get to the wealth here in just a second. But when he said that, he didn't mean 12%, 15%, 18%. He meant 52%, 55%, 60% of the wealth shared with those individuals that are participating with ONPASSIVE. It's a really, really big deal. And the way I want to emphasize that is to talk about the volume just very, very quickly. It'll give you an idea of the sheer wealth that's going to be coming into ONPASSIVE. And what I want to talk about just very, very quickly is the Zoom that we're on right now. This is a platform that people can come on and do conferences, do webinars, all that kind of stuff. And Zoom is one of the largest participators on this platform in the world. There are about 25 of them right now that have webinar platforms where you can go in and do your webinars there. But Zoom is the biggest. And last year, they did $123 billion in revenue. That's a lot of revenue. When you start to get over $1 billion, and this is 123 billion, it is a massive amount of business that Zoom is doing. Now, we have technicians that are in the industry that have come in and are participating with ONPASSIVE, like you and I are doing. And they've told me flat out that they believe, because they know the technology, they know what to look for, they know what ONPASSIVE has done. They've looked at OConnect, which is the webinar platform of ONPASSIVE, and they've told me very, very nonchalantly, although very excitedly, that they believe the first year ONPASSIVE will take between 80, 85, and 90% of the market away from these other 25 webinar platforms, including Zoom. And they do it like it's just a done deal. They know the technology. They know what ONPASSIVE has done. They know what OConnect looks like. That's one product of ONPASSIVE. Again, there are over 50 of them, but one product of ONPASSIVE taking $100 billion away from these other webinar platforms, including Zoom, coming into ONPASSIVE with a CEO that wants to share the majority of the wealth with you and I. That will give you an idea of the wealth that's going to be coming in and be distributed to those individuals participating with ONPASSIVE, okay? ONPASSIVE is a massive, massive organization right now, a massive corporation. It is extremely complicated. And as you come in and continue to explore, you'll see that, and you'll also see that it just gets better and better and better. But what ONPASSIVE has done for those individuals participating, it's not hard, guys. This is not hard to understand. And Ash has made it that way on purpose. So let's talk about what ONPASSIVE is going to do for you. That's why you're here. Can I make money? Can I make a residual income? Can I build wealth? That's it. Can I make money? That's the question. So let's talk about ONPASSIVE, what they're going to do for you. Now, ONPASSIVE is an AI IT company, artificial intelligence, informational technology products, all digital products. They're hands off. They're all online. And as we come into ONPASSIVE, what ONPASSIVE is going to do is go into their IT products, and they're going to build all of us a marketing platform, a sales platform, okay? Then they're going to hook it up to their AI. What does that do for you and I? Makes it 100% automated business. It is a hands-free business. Now, I did not say it is a passive business, and I'll get into that later on, but it is 100% automated. At the very least, what you need to do is log into your back office and take the money out, okay? At the very least. It's not hard to do, but it's not passive. You still have to do a few little things, but they're all good things. So ONPASSIVE, they're going to build the sales platform. They're going to hook up to AI. It becomes 100% automated. Then we're going to talk about the traffic Marty talked about. They're going to reach into their IT products. They're going to pull out the traffic sources that they have. They're going to start driving traffic, getting good qualified eyes in front of what ONPASSIVE is selling. And then those customers are going to come in, and as they buy, those customers are going to land in your organization. And that's how we get paid. It really is simple. And we get paid a lot like a commission salesperson. You go out, you make a sale, commission sales, you make $100 sales, you get $10, okay? The only difference is we're not having to go out and make sales. ONPASSIVE is doing that for us. So ONPASSIVE, very, very, very simple. As you come in, they're going to do all of this for you. That's it, 100% automated. Now, as we look at what ONPASSIVE is going to be doing for all of us, How do we all come into ONPASSIVE? How do you participate with ONPASSIVE? As you come into ONPASSIVE today, there is a position as the founding position. The founding position is an early bird position, very, very powerful position. Why? It locks you into ONPASSIVE, the company of ONPASSIVE. More importantly, it locks you into the pay structure of ONPASSIVE. It does so many more things than just those two things, including additional traffic, including bonuses, including a lot of different things. But for me, the most important things is being locked into this company, this dynamo that is just going to explode onto the world stage, and being locked into the pay structure of ONPASSIVE. That is the founding membership. Now, it is a $97 cost. I'm going to be talking about two fees. All the costs of ONPASSIVE, you will go out of pocket once, you will never have to go out of pocket again. That's really, really important. As Marty talked about early on, it was so refreshing to hear a company where you come in, you pay once, you never have to pay again. Because as Marty talked about, you come into most of these companies and they just milk you dry. And eventually you get to the point where you just can't pay anymore and you have to quit. That is not ONPASSIVE. You will come in, you will pay once, you will never have to go out of pocket again. So I thought that was really, really refreshing. So the $97, you pay it once, you'll never have to go out of pocket again. As ONPASSIVE goes into the global launch of ONPASSIVE, and we are in that process right now. And by the way, the founder's position, that window is closing. I think we've got maybe 2, maybe 3 weeks left for people to come in and become a founding member of ONPASSIVE. I think after that, because we'll be going into the global launch, it will be shut down. And the founders that are there, that's all there will ever be. And you won't be able to become a founder for any price, $10,000, $100,000, $1 million. You will not be able to become a founder. So that window is closing. But as ONPASSIVE goes into the global launch, how does it work? How does the founders come into ONPASSIVE? Here's how it works. Again, very, very simple. We come in, we have a subscription fee that we're going to have to pay. We don't know what that is. We think it's going to be between $200 and $300. We come in, we pay that subscription fee. When we do that, we get all the products of ONPASSIVE. That'll become, the reason for that will become, you'll see that as I go forward. As we get the products of ONPASSIVE, we go into the back office, we click a button, we become independent resellers of the IT product, okay? Why did I go over that? I went there to get to press the button and become an independent reseller of the IT product. A lot of people get kind of freaked out when they hear that. Don't. It is 100% automated. The reason we click that button and become independent resellers of the IT products, that's when ONPASSIVE can pay us. And that has to do with all the regulators around the world. We have to have that title before ONPASSIVE can pay us. So you want to click that button, become an independent reseller of the IT product, and then start collecting. Let's back up to the subscription fee. Again, you will pay it once, you'll never have to go out of pocket again, but it is a monthly fee, okay? But Ash Mufareh has guaranteed us you will only pay that once. You'll come in, pay it once, and then the preceding months after that will be paid from the profits coming in from ONPASSIVE, all right? So 2 fees, $97, between $200 and $300, one-time fee. You'll pay it once. You'll never have to go out of pocket again. And from there, you start to develop an income, a residual income. And because ONPASSIVE has longevity, you can actually start developing wealth. So what ONPASSIVE is doing has never been done before. No one in the world has ever developed and structured a business for those individuals coming in and participating. And it was so important for Ash Mufareh, not only for you to have a business that is 100% automated, but that he shared the wealth that's going to be coming into ONPASSIVE with all of us. So as we look at ONPASSIVE, you can keep it very, very simple with 5 simple concepts. Number 1, it is a self-funding business. You pay once, you'll never have to go out of pocket again. Number 2, which everybody loves, is forced success. ONPASSIVE is going to force you to make money. That's what it's all about. And then the next 3 are product, customer, and volume. And if you have products that are superior, lower price point, customers will flock in and the volume will come. So let's talk about volume one more time. I really want you to understand the sheer wealth that's going to be coming into ONPASSIVE. And I want to talk about 4 products of ONPASSIVE. And remember, there are over 50 products of ONPASSIVE, okay? These 4 products are OConnect, the webinar platform, OStaff, which is an HR platform. People can come in and manage their HR department. The other one is Ocademy. It is an educational platform. And the other one is the traffic source that ONPASSIVE will be offering people, O-Traffic. When we look at the revenue that exists today in these 4 niches, it's $483 billion. I always have a hard time saying that. It's just so much money, but it's $483 billion of revenue coming in with just those 4 products to companies that are servicing those niches today. As we go into the global launch and ONPASSIVE introduces these products to the world, how much of that market are they going to take? I don't know. I have a pretty good idea with the webinar platform. Technicians has told me what they think is going to happen, but what's going to happen? 10%, 15, 20%? I don't know. It might be just be 10%. I think it's going to be more than that, but it might just be 10%. If it's just 10%, that's $48 billion coming into ONPASSIVE. With a CEO that wants you to succeed, that guarantees that success and wants to share the majority of the wealth with you. When you start talking about those numbers, they are so massive. And this is very, very conservative. It's only 4 products. There are so many other products that Ash is coming out with. It's going to be extraordinary for you and your bottom line. Ash Mufareh is giving all of us the opportunity to be in a position not only to participate with ONPASSIVE, but to have a way forward to not only live the lifestyle we want to live, but to take care of that bottom line and get to a place where we just don't worry about finances. And in reality, everything we've been talking about, that's where we all want to get. We want to get to that place where we just don't worry about finances ever again. This truly is extraordinary. When you think about ONPASSIVE, and I want to go over one more thing, and then I'll hand it back over to I'll hand it over to Dan, and Dan can say a few words. When you think about ONPASSIVE, yes, it is a passive business. Yes, it is 100% automated. You still have to do a few things. You have to go in, you have to hook up your wallet, you have to take the money out. If you are an individual that is a builder and you have that inclination, you can do that with ONPASSIVE. Again, it works like it works a lot like an individual salesperson that has a territory. And let's say you have a territory, you can't handle it all yourself. You can go out, you can bring in additional salespeople. They'll help you with that territory. And what that does, as they make a sale, you also get a little piece of their action, not only your sales, but their sales. And building a organization within ONPASSIVE, really all it does is it cuts time frames. If you build an organization, you share ONPASSIVE, you bring people in, it will cut time frames for you so that you can get to that place quicker of being financially independent. Now, in ONPASSIVE, it does not matter whether you're a lone wolf or you have an organization. It doesn't matter. We will all get to that place where we don't worry about finances. This is what's so revolutionary with ONPASSIVE and with what Ash Mufareh has done and is doing. Again, we are in the process of going into the global launch. The window for the founding position, it is closing. I would recommend you continue to explore ONPASSIVE. When you do, you'll see that it gets better, better, better. And then come in and become a founding member. Pay the $97, get in while the window is still open. Believe me, you will not be disappointed. That is ONPASSIVE kind of in a nutshell, guys. Dan, I'll turn it over to him. I always miss something. Dan will come in, and if I miss something, he'll put it in there along with Marty and Andy. But yeah, you're in a unique position. Think about this very, very hard, and then come on in, become a founding member, and get ready because your life is about to change. Dan, go ahead and give us a little wisdom.
A little wisdom. Well, thanks, Mike. Both you and Marty just pretty much hit everything and gave us all a lot of excitement about what ONPASSIVE is and where we're heading. And I'll just add and highlight a few things that you were talking about. Over the past few years, we have all, all of us here today have witnessed the value of this company increasing beyond our wildest expectation. And we now are closer to realizing the dream of ONPASSIVE and its launch to the world. Now, as Mike was talking about, he said these products are proprietary. They're built from scratch. They're AI induced. And because these products are superior and they have a price point that is absolutely unreal, we do not have any competition. Ash Mufareh has said it. We're at least 5 years ahead, of any competition or potential competitor that we have. So what does that mean for you? Well, it means that the customers that come into your business, whether you bring them in, you've shared it with somebody and you brought them in as a customer, or whether the company brought them in for you, they will never leave your business because of the value and the superior quality of ONPASSIVE's products. You're part of a company that's driving targeted traffic to your site and increasing your customer base so you can get paid commissions over and over and over again. And these AI-induced products, this AI-induced software follows up on those visitors. It answers their questions. It closes the sale. And it does this all through that automated process that Mike was talking about. So we talk about Ash Mufareh, and he knows, he built this company knowing that 98% of us that have ever done anything online we failed. And we've never made any money. And Marty went through a big deal on that and talked about his experiences with losing money. And so that's why Ash built this company, so that everyone can succeed, whether you choose to be active or passive. So whether you choose to be active or passive, I can guarantee you're going to want to learn and you're going to want to get excited about every single one of these products. We've recently received some amazing updates from our CEO, Ash Mufareh, and it's so exciting. We aren't sleeping. Okay, so if you become a founder, you're going to get you'll get exposed to those updates, and believe it or not, you will get excited about every single one of the products that are being introduced. So if you're ready to start this new business online with these amazing AI digital products, but you don't have a clue how to get started, we have the solution if you have a desire to get involved, and it's very affordable. And we would just suggest that you get with the person that brought you to this meeting and become a founder while the door's still open. So right now, I'll tell you something. I'll turn it over to my buddy in the United Kingdom, Andy Burt, and he has incredible amount of wisdom, and he's a numbers guy. So he can share with us a little bit more on the numbers and any other thoughts that you might have. Andy, take it away.
Thank you, Dan. Wisdom comes with age, I'm told. Yes, I'm not techie in the slightest, so I don't need to know or understand how the products work. I just know that, as Dan has pointed out, they register me a domain name, they build me a website, they drive specific targeted traffic, which Marty mentioned, to the and Mike mentioned, to the website. They close the sale and deal with all the customer support. Now, I've been asked a couple of times, well, you've already got 1 million founders. It's too late for me to get in. Wrong. We anticipate taking on somewhere in the region of 250,000 customers a day. That's over 100 million customers in our first year alone. As Mike has said, these products are far superior to what's available today. Now, I'll take his word for it because, as I said, I don't know how they work. But 100 million customers in the first year, that puts us in the top 1%. Now, wouldn't you like to be in the top 1% of Microsoft or Amazon? Wow, that is something else. Now, as Dana said, our esteemed CEO has a heart for humanity, and he gives us the opportunity to earn money online without actually really understanding how it works. And that, for me, is the best bit, because I don't understand how it works. I'm a numbers guy. What I do understand is the numbers. And what I like to that Mike mentioned is you have this first payment to join as a founder, and you have one further payment out of pocket. Once you have your 3 customers, the commission coming in covers anything else from then on. And as I said, because we're likely to take on this number of customers over a very short period of time, you're going to get your 3 within days, probably weeks at the worst, but certainly not outside a month, I wouldn't expect. But what that then means is, and I'm going to make a guesstimate here and say that the company aren't going to do the 100 million in a year. They're going to provide us with 3 further customers in 3 months' time, or over that next 3-month period. And the 3 customers that I've already got, 3 customers for those customers. So it's going to go on and on like that for the first year. So it'll go you plus your 3 is 4, times 3 is 12, plus your 4 is 16. 16 times 3 is 48, plus your 16, 64. Last one, 64 times 3, 192, plus your 64 is 256. So at the end of the first year, if you did absolutely nothing, you'd have an income based on 256 customers. Now, if you get engaged and as excited as we all are here, and the vast majority of the founders that actually know what's going on, you're going to share this. And the exciting thing is that if you shared this with just 9 other people and they came and saw this vision with the rest of us, then you multiply those numbers by 10. So in other words, at the end of the first year, you'd have 2,560 customers. Now that's increased your income tenfold. I hope that helps, Marty. I'll pass it back.
Yeah, it helps. It's mind blowing. That's what it helps. You know what? We can't leave here without hearing a woman's point of view. Julie, I see you down there smiling.
Yes, absolutely, Marty. Thank you so much. Thank you, guys. Sorry I was a bit late, but you know what? We are in such a good place, all of us here, and over 1 million of people. I love the factor of, the automation, the targeted traffic, and a complete digital solution. I mean, where can I find that? There's nowhere in the world that I can find it. This is like the opportunity of a lifetime. I pay $97 to be in ONPASSIVE, and I get all of that values, all of the products. It's really amazing. Obviously, we all understand that there will be one more set of money coming out of our pocket, but that's so little compared to everything that I have received so far. I've been in ONPASSIVE for almost 3 years. March would be my 3rd year, and the amount of values, the knowledge, the friendships that I have received is way more than what I have, pay out of my pocket. Guys, you have to be in ONPASSIVE because there are no other companies. There's no other people in the universe will give you the amount of the values what ONPASSIVE is giving to you. Trust me, you got to take this opportunity and do it. If you are a mom, just like me, raising 2 kids on my own right now, I have college fees I have to pay. I have to take care of them, make sure that my daughters are in a successful place, don't have to go through the struggles that I have to go through every single day. Being a businesswoman, there are so many fees and bills you have to pay every month. Imagine you only pay 1 fee, right? If you becoming a founder today, you pay 1 time $97 and a package of activation fee when it launched to the world. That's it. That's all the money coming out of your pocket. If you are a business owner, and I do believe that you are struggling right now because the amount of money that you spend to keep your business survival is so much more than what you actually receive from the customers or from your profit. This is the opportunity for you. Take it, go and learn it, and apply your business to it. It's going to help you tremendously. Automation, and targeted traffic. It gives you a complete digital solutions. No matter whether you have a business online or offline, ONPASSIVE is made for you. You have to be in it to win it. Guys, take this opportunity, get back with the person who shared this webinar with you, whether or not you're listening here live or you're listening to the recorder. Get back with them and say, I want to be in that business, on passive business. And if you like to know more information, get back with the person and say, I would like to have your link number 49. It has a complete information about on passive for you. Take this opportunity because I guarantee you, yes, I guarantee you, there is no other business or other opportunity like that out there. So take the action, massive action, and get in today. All right, guys, thanks so much for having me. Should we take some more questions from the attendees, or are we doing it just chat?
I'm going to wrap it up, and I'm going to offer to send the video to anybody that wants it. So thank you very much, Julie. And there
Marty,
you go.
let
Okay,
me-
go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, let me just a couple of closing notes for everybody. I know you're hearing a lot of information. Keep in mind, on passive, 100% automated. You don't have to share, you don't have to sell, you don't have to recruit. Okay, you can do those things if you want, but you don't have to. On passive will do all the work for you. So in the back of your mind, always keep 100% automated. Okay, that's it, Marty. Go ahead.
Boom. So there you go. 42 minutes. Best thing you ever heard all day, right? Probably the best thing you heard all year. Anyway, thanks everybody. I put in the chat, if you want to copy this webinar, just send on Passive Nation. I'll send it to you in the next hour. Check it out. Don't let this pass you by. It will be the biggest mistake you ever made. Thanks everybody on the panel. Until Saturday, we'll be back Saturday at 11 a.m. If you have somebody that you want to share it with, send them there. See you all, and God bless. Bye.